it's me again, Val. I wanted to do another video on my traits of why I feel that maybe I contributed. I think the values that I had and wanted in a relationship probably went against me. I have had lots of relationships and lots of friends that have hurt and broke my heart. Whether it's my fault or what, I don't know, but I think maybe this is what caused it. My traits, my looking for red flags, my wanting the best for me. See, I value myself and I want the best for myself because of my pain I've been through. So maybe I came across, I don't know, maybe I brought it out of him. Maybe my search for love, for being treated right, maybe when he wasn't treating me right, maybe I don't know, maybe it was me that was bringing it out of him. But then I know one said it wasn't, but then there's also a side that says, well, yeah, Val, if you just left it alone and if you just let him get on with his divorce and if you'd stop pushing him, if you'd done this, if you'd done that, then maybe, you know, it wouldn't have been as bad for me. But anyway, I've written all this down and now my battery's getting low. So I've done this 3 times. So watch the battery run out on me halfway through. I'm an empath, a people pleaser. I'm strong, independent, but also sensitive, honest and kind. These are the traits narcs go for in their victim, but I still blame myself for being too open. But these are the traits I have. I like that I have them, don't get me wrong, but these traits make me feel like I'm still to blame for being too strong and for wanting to be valued finally. And believing I was really finally worth it. Being strong and independent is a challenge to the narc, to see how they can manipulate the person into being weak and needy. We are sensitive and we will be hurt by their criticisms. So making devalue easy for them, we are honest. And they achieve the goal, which is to destroy us using that person's honesty, using their fears and past mistakes. They use them against us in a smear campaign. And kindness, well, they hate that, as they can only pretend to be kind. We are empathic and we feel others' pain. As they have no empathy, they hate those that do. They make us feel bad by exploiting our good nature and good traits, and they play the victim. We empaths will then try and fix our relationship. We will try and please them, and they know this, so they use this against us, always playing the victim. But I still blame myself for being too open, for being too strong, and for wanting to be valued, and finally believing I was finally worth it. I blame myself for having values. I blame myself for having a heart, for wanting the best for me, which is why I would give him his supply. When I didn't get it, I would get upset, which he wanted if I had no values. If I felt worthless to start with, and didn't have the traits of an empath, there would have been no challenge. I wouldn't have fought for him, for his respect, for his love, his validation, which then brings me to my blame. If I hadn't kicked off so much about being ignored, being hurt, being put second, I wouldn't have felt so angry and let down. I hurt myself, so I blame myself. I still feel if I wasn't so demanding for all the things I felt I deserved in a relationship, I wouldn't have heightened my own demise in myself. I feel my need to be treated how I would treat others worked against me. I found the pain I went through was because of these traits. I always thought I was kind and nice. He made me feel I wasn't. I've always been a happy person and used all my good traits, the above traits, against me. My good traits nearly destroyed me. Why did I let him do these things, I thought. I was his soulmate, his best friend. I thought he would love me, bring the best out in me. He did the opposite. Soulmates do not do these things. And when he left his wife for me, I thought he was brave. I thought I was the most special person in the world. This man had loved me since I was 23. How could this not be the one? It's a film. Boy meets girl. Boy loves girl. Girl moves away. Boy finds girl on social media. Boy finally admits his love. Girl's stupid to believe in love stories. I thought he was divorcing his wife he didn't love for me. I thought he was divorcing her to be with me, and his divorce was actually his divorce for him. I was just playing a part in his play. See, he was the scriptwriter, the director, and the villain in his own movie. I've always felt like an extra in someone else's play, Never have I ever felt number one. I've always felt like a supporting actress. Like I've always felt as if someone needed a betrayed wife. Me, I was there. If someone needed a victim or a nutter, me, I was cast. I've always played the role of the betrayed friend, the stalked girlfriend, the cheated wife. I always felt like I was an extra in someone else's movie. I thought for the first time it was me. I'm the star role. I was going to play number one. I was the starlet, the one, as he called me. The film I thought was called The Soulmate, and that was me. I thought I'd finally found my position in this world. I was wrong. I was just an extra, again. But I didn't know that. He was the star of his movie. Again, I was his prop, the tool, the supporting actress. This film was really called Groom and Destroy. He was the puppet master. I was in his play to help him be the star. He used his divorce against me. He left her and then did nothing. Always telling me he was getting on with the divorce just to keep me where I was. He had no intentions of being with me at all. I don't know to this day why he used his best friend like he did. Were the last 7 months a lie? And was he my best friend, or had he lied from the start? He dragged his divorce on as long as he could play the game to keep the movie exciting and fast. This means the game wouldn't be over too soon, and he would be stuck. If he didn't play it fast enough and didn't play it well, the game would be over and he'd be stuck with me. And he wouldn't have had time to achieve his goal. He threw obstacles in his way. His job was in jeopardy. He may not be able to afford the divorce. He may lose everything. He may get accused of adultery. The paperwork being declined and sent back. His wife had numerous mental issues. He couldn't hurt her. His stepdaughter splitting up with her boyfriend because of his pain of his divorce. He couldn't find anywhere to move to. He couldn't afford the rent. The gauntlet of obstacles to slow him down, giving him time and excuses to play on my good traits, the traits he wanted to destroy, leaving me as empty as him. All those money issues he was worried about were told to me by a man that's always portrayed he had money. Drives a posh, expensive, soft-top car, was a high-profile radio presenter in his circle. Apparently he'd just won £1,000, had a big payout from his job. But suddenly he was broke. She looked after his finances. He didn't know how much money was in the bank. Obstacle after obstacle. None of these things added up. I was confused. I was being hidden. I was never introduced to any of his friends. We couldn't go out in case he bumped into her, with me, or his stepdaughter, and caused them pain. What about my pain? He promised me a future. He arranged future dates to go to gigs and festivals where we would have VIP passes, meet the bands. He professed to know people, as he worked in media. But suddenly he was working that day, double booked. Sorry, hun, can't go. I would have taken time off work to suddenly lose money and spend the days alone. He dangled these promises of a normal life in the way to give me hope. At first, he couldn't wait to take me to these big dinners and cocktails. To show me off, cocktail parties even, to show me off, made me excited for a fun future. All these props he put in the way, purposely, as to drag his game on. Let's see how long I can play this game with Val. Excuse me. I need to drag it out until she breaks. He had no intention of leaving her for me. I think I was a crutch just to get him out of his dead marriage. I don't know if he knew he was a narcissist, or the drama of leaving his sad existence woke him up to narcissism. Or did I bring it out? Or was I the narcissist? Well, sociopath, as he called me. He knew too many references to narcissism, which I found odd. My videos are to help me understand which one it is. I always classed myself as a strong, funny, happy and independent person. He took all that away from me and made me a wreck. I would think, am I really a bitch like he makes out? Or is he making me a bitch? Confusion is where they get you. I must really be nasty, as I'm losing my best friend and someone who loved me for 25 years. Now he has me. He tells me I'm broken, but he'll fix me. Yeah, right. Wow. I even made my soulmate see the real horrible broken me. Even he hates me. I thought, what's the use of being here? What I've always thought I was is suddenly being questioned by me. Who the hell am I? When it's all over, the question changes to who the hell was he? While you pick up the pieces of what you were and try and put them back together in the right order. He started telling me I was controlling. I called it help. I tried finding him a cheap apartment to move into so that we could be somewhere other than his marital home to meet at and finally be a normal couple. He wasn't going to do that. No way. Commitment. More excuses needed. I was falling apart. Why is this man who is supposed to have waited so long, so many years to be with me, not jumping at the chances given to him to leave her and make us both happy? Why all the excuses? He would argue with me, leave me, and make no effort to fight for us. I would fight, as we are empaths, remember, the people pleasers. He knew if he ignored me long enough or walked out, I would do the running. See, we're attached to the empath by the heart. He's linked to us through control. When we are abandoned, we pine, we feel loss, and our hearts break. That pain needs to be fixed. We need that fix of love like an addict. So we put ourselves more vulnerable places. We put ourselves back in the firing line to get that fix. It helps for a while. They know that. They don't pine. They feel nothing but control. Their game is to wait for us to need the love fix. They wait feeling nothing until we send that long letter of pleading for them to come back. Post that video of our song on Facebook. We write a poem. That's it. Back. They pretend to cry and hug us. They say sorry. They feed us with love again. We feed them with narc supply. We're both happy for a while. We relax. We are back in the game. Armours down. They smile and let the game begin. My narc could say sorry. He's fucked us. He loves me so much. I'm his soulmate. He's so sorry for a while. A week or so, and then the arguments would start again. I'd be talking, and his favourite thing would to get angry at me for talking over him on iPad chat. But he would be the one who'd be talking over me, and I would get the blame. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's his favourite thing as well, in a condescending tone. This is another thing he'd do. I know that sound when I was in trouble. The noise, I don't know, I knew I was in trouble when I heard that noise. I can't believe you said that. What have I said? Confused at what I was supposed to have said. I was yet again trapped in an argument, trying to find out what the hell I'd done wrong now. Going round in circles, trapped again in the cycle of blame and deflect. And then when I put the phone down, a game of email ping pong would start, until I'd be chewing off my right arm in utter despair as to what the hell is going on. Only to be then greeted by his texts, saying what the hell is going on, and why are you playing these games? I was lost in a world of confusion. Why was this happening? The sorries, I love yous, I'm not angry, I'm upset would start, and I would give in just to save my health and my sanity. Why don't you ever make the effort for me? I would write in one of my long emails. It was safer to type. Safe-ish. Keep it a distance. Why don't you make any effort? I would come round, he would say, but I know you'd get angry. Another favourite saying. Looking into that sentence, it means three things. I was going to come round, an empty promise to make you feel like he cares, but then you would get angry, and that bit basically is deflect it on you, that you're always angry and a nasty person, and he's scared of you. It's what I call an after offer, offered, all a bit too late. And thirdly, yet again, he's playing the victim. You will hurt him. Poor bullied Stumpy. I started getting stressed and sick. My so-called soulmate watched this happen. I couldn't understand why. If I'm so sick, would he not put me first? And say, I'm not watching the love of my life get sick. I'm filing tomorrow. This is too much on you. My stress caused pain. Pain I've never felt through the stress before. Pain all over my neck, my shoulders, muscles tightened as toxins flooded around my body. I couldn't eat. My anxiety was the worst it's ever been. I felt like I was nobody. My best friend, my soulmate, was watching me slowly die. Why isn't he doing something? Then the more worthless I felt being told, I'm sorry, I can't hurt my family. You're making me hurt my family. Why put his future in jeopardy, his girlfriend's health second to the person who he dislikes? Who's dirty, who doesn't wash her hair, wash or comb her hair, clean her teeth. She does the grossest things. I can't even go into detail. I was told for years all this. I was told for years that he wants to leave. How can he tell me I'm the perfect woman and put her down continuously and then put her before our future, our love, and worst of all, my life? I must be lower than her. I must be nothing. He knew I was breaking down and did nothing. Except tell me, I think you're having a breakdown. Great, point it out, why don't you? A soulmate would not cause so much pain, never mind pointing out to me that I was having a breakdown, just to confirm that it was my fault and I was sick. And it was all my doing. His excuses and reasons for not doing things or moving forward would have me turn into Mrs. Marples. I would try and find out the truth, even though it was turning me into a nutter. Was it my insecurities, my faults? Like he kept telling me that I was ruining this relationship. Does he lie? I would do anything to find the truth. I rang the courts once to find out if he had actually put in for the divorce. She did try and look, and she was very helpful. Nope, she couldn't find anything. Again, he got angry. He would create another lie, another reason as to why his name wasn't there. Was it me or was it him? I was going so nuts. I was the one creating trouble within what could be the perfect relationship. That's what he told me. If I just stopped tarring him with the past failed relationships I had, I'm making these problems. God, I was crazy. I was looking for proof continuously on his lies. I was looking for love in every corner. The confusion, the helplessness was all consuming. As he dangled marriage on a Bermudian beach in my face, giving me hope, but doing nothing. This is what my narc did to me. I was blinded by weakness. I wanted him to throw me a lifeline. I was drowning while all he did was poke me with a stick. I wanted the man who was my best friend. I wanted the future, but I was stuck in the present. I hung on for nothing. He made me someone else. He made me question who I was. I've never felt so worthless. He told me he was worried I was mentally ill. Mentally ill people don't know they are mentally ill, just to twist my denial and make his accusations more valid. He smeared me behind my back with an ex-friend of mine, probably telling her the same thing, playing the victim of a mad woman, telling his friends about how crazy and controlling and angry I was, and then blaming me for having to talk to my ex because he thought I was on a dating site as punishment. I wanted to leave and move away. I was devastated. I felt my life was in ruins. My best female friend of 35 years, also betrayed me because of him. She was still in contact with him, listening to his lies, no doubt. She told me I'm spiteful and too emotional. If only she knew my pain. No one who cares to know our pain, or my pain, none of my friends are interested in narcissism, my narcissistic rambles. No one cares to Google the word I mention too often. I'm on my own. I need to find answers, so here I am with people who know what pain I've been through. All our stories, all our movies are all different, but with the same synopsis, all ending the same. Who are we? I lost my best friend, my boyfriend. I lost my hope. I lost who I was. I lost my trust in people. And I'll see there are people who walk amongst us pretending to be normal, empathic people, only to corner one person, trap them in a world they never knew existed, using their trust and love against them, placing them in a world alone, making them feel crazy, sucking out all that makes them good, and changing the way that we feel about the world, changing our thoughts on love and life, and showing us something that no one will know or will ever see or understand. We are now changed forever. But then because we aren't that person anymore, they have the excuse to discard us. He couldn't hurt me anymore. Goodbye. If he was my so-called soulmate, he would fight for me. He would stop my pain, not discard me to stop my pain. I've learnt so much about myself since watching videos, reading your comments. I am who I am, and I will try and get back to that. But with more knowledge and more strength, my good traits I will keep. I will still have empathy and love, but will be more careful who gets it from now on. My soulmate, my arse, I've basically written here. I was everything he wasn't, and he wanted it. If he couldn't, no one could. We had nothing in common. He mirrored my good nature to pretend. We did. He pretended to be someone he wasn't. I will hold my head high. I'm a good person, always will be. No one will ever destroy me again. I'm now at that point in my life where I have the answers, and I know there's monsters out there, and I will shield myself and not let anyone do it to me again. I've learnt so much. Thank you, Stumpy, for giving me more strength and insight that I can share with people. I will get better and move forward, no thanks to you. I hope you understood all that. So there you go. That's my email to try and explain why I feel to blame because of my traits. I should have let it go. Shouldn't have got so angry at being hurt. Shouldn't have got so angry at... I should have just stepped back and let him get on with his divorce. But hey, if it was a narc, I had stepped back and let him get on with his divorce, it would have dragged on and he would have been a single narc. And it probably would still be going on now. So... there you go. My traits. So I hope you'll keep watching, and thank you again to all the comments and the subscribers. I'm not the best at doing videos, I know that. I watched, I can't remember her name, there's a lady that does videos. She's got long hair. I'll Google her and I'll slip it in the edit. She talks so calmly and she's got the most soothing voice. She doesn't make any mistakes. I wish I was more like that. Oh, I just waffle on and make mistakes. Have funny tufty hair. So anyway, Annabelle. Annabelle. She's Canadian, I don't know. But my age, she's always doing that. She's great. She's so calming. I love her videos. Right. I'm going. Thank you for watching. Bye.